Hi there, do-it-yourselfers. Today we're going to be taking a look at Arc Lighting's 194 size LED bulbs. These are available in either white, red, or amber. We're going to be showing off the white ones today. After a few years of owning your vehicle, it's not uncommon for a bulb to go out, maybe 4 or 5 years down the road, sometimes sooner. This vehicle here had a side marker bulb that went out, and 194 is a very common size bulb for a lot of your marker bulbs, sometimes even for interior lightings like dome lights, sometimes for trunk lights. It's just a very common size, kind of used all over for a lot of different functions. It's a fairly bright bulb, bright enough to allow you to see nearby, but it's not a super bright bulb to function like a headlight or anything like that. So they work great for our marker bulbs here. We put in an LED one here to replace the incandescent one that was previously installed in here. LED bulbs here last about 50 times longer than an incandescent. So while the one that wasn't here lasted about 5 or 6 years, this one here should last significantly longer than that. They come in various colors of white, amber, or red, so you can match those up to the appropriate lighting function where it may be used. Oftentimes, red is going to be for your rear and side marker lights, but you can usually use the white one in its place because if the lens is red, it's going to show up the appropriate color for its location. Amber is going to be more for your front side marker lights, things like that. Again, you can use white in those locations if they have an amber lens to get the appropriate color there. The light output does vary depending on the color. The super bright white's going to be the brightest at about 600 lumens. You're going to jump down to about 400 for the amber color and about 200 for the red, and that's just the natural just function of LEDs. They draw different currents based on their color, so they put out slightly different lumens based on that. So if you have colored assemblies, I would recommend the white ones so you get the maximum brightness for those. The colored ones, I really think those are best suited if you've got a clear taillight or side marker assembly, but you need it to function the appropriate color. You can get those colored ones to be able to do that. One of the things you need to keep in mind with LED bulbs like this is that they are polarized, which means that you have to have positive hooked to the correct lead and you have to have negative hooked to the correct lead. If you have it hooked incorrectly, it's not going to damage the bulb just won't illuminate. So what we're going to do is we're going to just plug it into the socket here, and before we reassemble anything, we're going to just run and turn our taillights on and make sure this lights up. If it doesn't, we're going to pull it out, flip it 180 degrees, and put it back in. So I'm just turning on the taillights, and it did illuminate, so we've got it in the correct direction. We don't need to swap it around, so we're all good to go there. So we've gone ahead and turned out the lights. This is the LED bulb that we just inserted here, and we can see it's pretty bright. I'll put my hand in there to kind of see the reflection off of it and how much light that it's putting off there. And then we'll head over to the other side to see the difference between the two. So here we are on the other side now. We've got our regular halogen one in there, and you can tell that it's dimmer. The other side is definitely brighter, going to increase your visibility a bit. It's not like it's going to be significantly brighter. You're not going to light things up and be able to see more because of that, but it should make you stand out a little bit more at night so people are aware of where you're at. If I put my hand here, you can see how the light reflects on it, and it's not nearly as bright reflecting off of my hand compared to the other side. And that completes our look at Arc Lighting's 194 size LED bulbs.